What if I told you that the greatest thing you could ever build is something that makes you obsolete? It sounds counterintuitive, right? We're taught to strive for importance, to become indispensable. But what if that's a trap? Today, we're diving deep into the Builder's Code, a philosophy about creating systems that outlive you. If what you build collapses the moment you step away, you haven't built power. You've built dependency. True builders don't aim to be needed. They aim to be replaced. So take a deep breath. Inhale structure. Exhale ego. This is the Builder's Code. Let's talk about legacy. Most people confuse legacy with memory. They want to be remembered, praised, and credited for their work. But a true legacy isn't emotional, it's functional. Legacy is what continues to work long after you're gone. Think about it. If your constant presence is required for something to survive, you haven't created strength. You've created fragility. Real builders think beyond the applause. They think in systems, in standards, and in the transfer of knowledge. This is the critical point where ego fades and true responsibility begins. It's not about you. It's about what you leave behind. There's an old story about a master builder who was asked why he seemed to be over-engineering a simple bridge. He replied, "Because one day I won't be here to hold it together." Years passed. Storms raged and floods came. Other, newer structures in the area crumbled and failed. But that bridge remained standing, strong and steadfast. No one remembered the builder's name. But thousands of people crossed that bridge safely, day after day, year after year. That is legacy. It's not about recognition. It's about reliability. It's the quiet, unseen strength that endures. The Builder's Code is built on 3 core principles. First, systems over self. If a process only works because of your unique touch or your personal charisma, then it doesn't really work. It's a performance, not a system. The goal is to build processes that function flawlessly, regardless of who is at the helm. Second, teach, don't control. Control creates temporary obedience. It forces people to follow your lead. But teaching creates continuity. It empowers others to lead themselves. Builders don't hold on to power. They intentionally replace themselves by passing on their knowledge. Third, design for failure. This is crucial. Strong systems don't depend on perfection. They assume human error will happen. They are built to survive mistakes, not to demand flawless execution. Builders always plan for their own absence. Leaders who fail to do this ultimately fail their people. I want you to internalize this identity. Say this with me, slowly and deliberately. I build structures, not dependence. I design for longevity, not for praise. I create systems that can stand without me. I do not hoard knowledge. I do not centralize control. I do not attach my ego to being essential. What I build is stronger than me. What I teach outlives me. What I leave behind works. I am a builder. Feel the shift in that mindset? It's a move from personal validation to functional contribution. It's about being an architect, not the main attraction. So why do so many people, especially leaders, fail to build in this way? The psychology is fascinating. Our ego craves relevance. It wants to be the star, the one person everyone relies on. Builders, on the other hand, seek stability. Subconsciously, many leaders sabotage their own systems to ensure they remain indispensable. This fear of being replaced creates bottlenecks, causes burnout for everyone involved, and eventually leads to total collapse. The system becomes a reflection of their own insecurity. True builders overcome this fear by anchoring their identity internally. Their self-worth isn't tied to being needed. They don't fear becoming unnecessary. They fear building something fragile, something that will break. Let me ask you a question that reveals everything. Listen carefully. If you disappeared tomorrow, what would stop working? Your business, your team, your family's daily routine? Your answer to that question shows you where you have built dependency instead of strength. It highlights where your ego might be getting in the way of creating something truly lasting. Now let's reframe it. Say this again, with clarity and conviction. I am building something that does not require my presence to survive. That is maturity. That is responsibility. That is true dominion. Builders don't seek control over others. They seek continuity for the future. This journey of understanding true power is just beginning. In our next episode, we will explore how this strength can be used not to dominate, but to shield and support others. We'll delve into episode 6, the protector archetype, strength used for others. Thank you for joining me today. Dominion continues. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it.